Hello, my beautiful Taurus, and welcome to this reading for the month of July. Please make sure to check out your sun, moon, rising, and your Cancer sign, or enjoy if you're cross-watching for a beautiful Taurus in your life. And please share this out to a gorgeous Taurus in your life. So we're going to talk a little bit about the astrology for the month. We're also going to talk about the tarot cards that are coming up. And I do also want to recommend a potion and a crystal. So let me pop up your little poster and we'll start to get into it. So I've written here, you're not who you used to be. Massive inner shifts ahead. And this is also why I have the crystal yellow calcite. So with this is going to help you to tap into healing. It's going to help you to project that new version of who you are. So it also helps with magnifying and healing the aura. It's also really good for cleansing the aura too. And it's just a stone that really supports spiritual growth. It supports enlightenment as well. So it's just going to help give a bit of nourishing courage and strength and helping you to overcome like spiritual and emotional challenges. It also helps us to connect in with our chakras, especially the solar plexus, being this beautiful yellow one too. So this is the stone that I have for you. To me, it was speaking so strongly as a crystal for you guys for this month. And to go with that, I also have the Vision Quest. So with Vision Quest, let me just pop this up on my screen so you guys can see a little bit more of the beautiful color. So this is helping us to really tap into deeper messages that come in from the dreams. And you can see this is the actual color of the potions. Little secret, you can pop 1 or 2 drops of lemon juice in this and it will turn into a vibrant indigo color. So this is the perfect combination of crystal and potion just to help you to tap in, have that strength in your aura, and to be able to receive the messages that are coming in from the subconscious and from those higher spiritual realms. We also have regular monthly online events, which is a beautiful way for us to get together with community. So when you purchase the potion, you do get a free invite. This was last month with the new moon in Cancer. You will see later this month, there'll be a few new surprises pop up. So one new online event for the end of the month. And if you're wanting to look and book a reading one-on-one with me, head on over to solreta.com. And you will see here, I have all of the readings available. There will be a new appointment available very, very soon for those of you that want to go a bit deeper and to dive into things in a bigger way. So keep a lookout for that. And also thank you for those that are hitting that notification bell. I love reading your comments, and your beautiful support in our community just means the world to me. So thank you for that. And you'll see that there's other shows and interviews and classes and things that we're putting out as well. So enjoy. So let's come back into you're not who you used to be. Massive inner shifts ahead. So let me just make some space. And we're going to have a look into some of the astrology. I also have the Alice in Wonderland tarot for us today too. So let me just get into this. So this will be tapping into themes of self-worth, awakening, shedding old values, healing emotional roots, and a new sense of purpose. And I know when we looked into readings for you guys, I think it was around towards the end of last year and early this year, I did feel this sense of you guys going through a spiritual transition or a cosmic kind of finding yourselves. I feel like you're at this crossroad point now where it's starting to anchor, but it's like trying to find your feet and keep balance between a foot in the water and a foot on the earth. So do have a look into the Vision Quest and the calcite to help really ground you into feeling more comfortable with this spiritual calling that you guys have had come up over the last couple of months. It does feel a bit like a shamanic calling as well. Let me know if that resonates in the chat. So July calls you to go inward to reflect on the stories that you tell yourself and the thoughts that shape your world. So with the sun moving through Cancer and in your 3rd house of communication and community, this month to soften your inner voice and become more conscious of your words, beliefs, and boundaries, guiding you on your journey. So around the first week of the month, this week, we will open up a doorway into healing, gently inviting you to start turning towards the parts of you that crave understanding. So around the 4th of July, towards the end of the week, Venus will be, which is the ruling planet, enters Gemini, and your focus may turn to your sense of safety and self-worth, especially around as Neptune stations retrograde the same day. So with this, your clarity deepens and you will and what once felt confusing will now start to begin to make sense. So this is things that have happened to you or crossroad things in your life. It's sometimes that expression that we've said over the last couple of months that things are happening for us, not to us. So these things will be the things that start to land, and have a little bit more understanding around these. So as you move into the second week of July, Venus brushes up against Neptune retrograde and Saturn in Aries. This will bring deeper insights around how your inner dialogue and past conditionings have shaped your value system. So it's really looking back at your blueprint, even as early as childhood for some of you, and how that shaped who you are and the way that you've made choices and decisions, or the way that you've come about different things opening up, or different things sort of stopping or blocking you on your path as well. So now is the time to become aware of limiting beliefs around your worth, beliefs that it's time to release. And on the 7th, when Uranus enters Gemini, the shift, or the sudden shift in perception, could free you from old definitions of success. So you may realize that you're more than just your career, more than your income. You are a soul here to express, create, and feel. These revelations begin to land more fully under the light of the Capricorn full moon around July 10th, asking you to let go of outdated goals, make space for what truly inspires you. So for some of you, this is really looking at, and with Taurus, one of my favorite signs, you guys love the physical earth material, beautiful realm that the Venus energy comes in and brings down to earth with the sign of Taurus. But this is really looking at what's lighting you up in terms of your soul, what's speaking in terms of, say, if you could cancel out money, or you could cancel out things in the physical, what is it that lights up your heart? What is that highest calling or inspiration at the moment? It might be to understand who you are deeper on a soul level. It might be to travel, to explore. It could be many different things. So just start to notice what the whisperings are coming from your soul and subconscious. So we will also have Saturn station retrograde around the 13th. So this will be turning your focus to long-standing patterns, especially around boundaries, people-pleasing, internalizing authority as well. So as Mercury retrogrades in Leo on July 18th, childhood imprints and inherited fears may also come up to be healed. So I want you guys to be really gentle with yourselves. So but this is not about getting stuck in the past. It's really about you starting to speak up, to not be afraid to use your voice. And it's also about redefining what security looks like from you, from the inside out. So it's not about looking for external validation or external security or to feel safe. This is about really calling on it from inside yourself. So towards the end of the month, Mars and Venus will activate the North and South nodes. And this is all about fate, and it's about karma. This is stirring up questions about your purpose and about really, what brings you pleasure. So what this means to follow your soul's calling. You may also feel resistance around choosing joy, especially if it seems to be unproductive. So that's what I was saying before, the difference with like the physical monetary side of things versus like what it is that you really aspire to do. So I want you to be a bit more gentle on yourself in terms of if you're doing something out of joy and it feels unproductive. Just know that your creativity, your playfulness, and passions are key parts of healing. And this is also really important because we're going to be stepping into Leo season around July 22nd. So with this, it's all about that Leo energy of rekindling that inner light. It's about tapping into that inner child as well. So the Leo new moon around the July 24th, depending on where you are in the world, the perfect moment to start fresh, to create for the joy of it, and to nourish your spirit in small, meaningful ways. So with this as well, just think about it in terms of like what's lighting you up. And sometimes when we do things out of the sake of we're doing it for money, we're not living it from that highest spark or highest joy. And so sometimes we will have limitations enforced upon us. So when sometimes we're opening up and things are exciting, we're actually more magnetic and we're tapping into that part of us, like the Magnus or the magician that magnetizes things to us. So if you think about living from that highest joy, it's a much higher frequency in terms of attraction and bringing new opportunities in rather than staying in stagnancy, old energy. So by the end of the month, Venus will enter the tender-hearted Cancer. This will be around July 30th. So you'll find comfort in the heartfelt conversations, and also this is about you putting yourself into supportive spaces. So around July 31st, as Mercury aligns in the healing Cazimi during this moment in the retrograde. So this Cazimi is like with Mercury retrograde, we can feel like we're in setback. We can feel like things are stopping us or roadblocks. A Cazimi is sort of like that point of everything feels clear. It's like all of a sudden you get the epiphanies. Things seem to make sense. It's like a window or a portal of clarity in this as well. So you may feel that you may want to open up about things that you've been holding inside for too long. Let this vulnerability be your strength as well. So this is also knowing that you're not alone and you're not meant to carry this story in silence. So I think sometimes this is the beautiful Tauruses that I know, and I know many. You guys tend to just keep going on the physical. It's until you're physically exhausted and broken. It can be hard sometimes to really to put down the tools or to put down your shield, your sword, and to actually and I just saw 1111, to let others take care of you. So affirmation for July would be, I release old definitions of success and allow joy, creativity, and connection to guide me home to myself. So let's have a look at what the tarot has to say for you, beautiful Taurus. And we have the Alice in Wonderland deck to begin with. Oh, we've got 2 cards already jump out. Let me flip these over, seeing some of these have already jumped out upright. Okay, so for my beautiful Taurus, we definitely see there's a new path. And what we see too, this is a path about, as we just said in the astrology, this is about you nurturing yourself, and it's about putting you first. And it's about asserting yourself too emotionally and taking action around this to have balance. This is sometimes, it's a little bit of like Phoenix rising from the ashes energy is what we're seeing here, as well as I've got you showing up in your own reading with the 6 of Discs, which is the Taurus card of success. So I do feel this month overall, even though it may feel hard at times to let go or to surrender, it's actually, think about it as it's already done. Because that's what I'm seeing in the cards. It's like, even though we talked about the struggle and things and the resistance and growth that's happening for you guys with the astrology, a lot of you've already made that decision and the commitment. It's already done. So we have the card of the Fool, which I often talk about being Alice in Wonderland energy. And it's interesting because when we look at it from the Vedic astrology level, Claire Nakti, the gorgeous Vedic astrologer, talks about Rohini, the goddess, being the archetype of Alice in Wonderland, which is Taurus. And she talks about that you have to sensorially taste things in order to know that it's not for you, or in order to know that that's what you love. And Taurus, you're one of the most beautiful sensual signs too. So with this, we see the card of the Empress. So this is you thinking about jumping in, but it's about you exploring, getting to know yourself on a much deeper level. And with the Empress, she actually is the queen of all queens. And with her, sometimes she needs to sit in that cave of solitude, that crystalline cave, and she needs to recharge and restore as well. And that's okay. If you need to tap into healing and to pause, we've got the King of Cups here as well. And he's probably one of the most compassionate kings that we see in the deck, one of the most loving. And then we get the pair. Now, the pair, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, from the famous Alice in Wonderland story, this is all about balance. So I do see relationship energy coming up quite strong here. This is about you looking into balance for you, but it's about feeling into softness. And it's about you being safe to also collapse into the arms of whether it's a loved one or even friends that you can confide in and find refuge in as well. We also have the Knight of Flowers. So this is breaking down your old thoughts and beliefs around having to continually be strong. We also have the Six of Hedgehogs. So with this, This is you coming back into your place. So this is not about feeling like this forever. This is just momentarily. This will shift this feeling that you're going through. So let's have a look to the Star Tarot for Spirit to show us a little bit more information for you guys. We do have a Tower moment. So some things will be coming to an end. Now remember, with the Tower card, it's also associated with Pa, the Hebrew glyph. And this is where we place like our words. It's all about like your words having power. So what it is that you speak, you create. And with this tower, you will have some things exiting your life at this point in time. And for a lot of you, it might be trying to hold off the inevitable, trying to save what's collapsing, or what feels like that is being the carpet pulled out from underneath you. So we have a Princess of Cups come up around this. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the Strength card. We have the Two of Swords, and they want one more. We have the Eight of Pentacles. So this is a little bit of like influx kind of limbo energy. So with the Princess of Cups, this is about tapping into your higher self for guidance. This is, as we said before, not looking into the physical to receive the information or to make change from a physical. This is about you stepping into kind of more that shamanic process of going to spirit to try and get that light or inspiration. And this is also to help let you know what to do around this Tower card situation. And for some of you, I do feel this is relationship energy. For some of you, I also see it as career and friendship connections. We have the Eight of Cups with the Ten of Wands. So have a look at like where you're feeling emotionally stuck, where you're feeling like there's things that are holding or weighing you down. And we have this paired with the card of oppression, which is Saturn energy in Sagittarius. So with this Ten of Wands, it's also looking at like what you're carrying on your back. We do have the Strength and the Peace card come up with this. So I do feel that you guys come to a resolution. And we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is movement, come up towards future. So you'll probably find that next month feels totally different for you guys. But I feel like I want to say the words to you. Have a look into the ways of which you're being your own worst enemy at the moment. If you were to give advice to a friend that was in a similar situation, how is it that you would best communicate advice to them? What advice would you give them if they were in a similar situation? And that might help you to get out of your own head with this as well. Let's have a look into advice from the Mythios deck. We have the High Priestess. We have the Four of Swords. We have Knight of Swords, Five of Wands. We have the Seven of Swords. And we also have the Hanged Man. Oh, one more jumped out, and Nine of Swords. So we're seeing a lot of really heavy mental energy and stress. We're seeing in this, you guys not taking the time to actually make time to do the work. So it's like later, I'm going to put that on hold. I don't have time for that now. But with that Tower card collapsing, we want to make sure that it's not out of exhaustion that things are collapsing, or that you're not waiting for, things to get that bad that we have to pick up the million pieces. So we have the High Priestess and the Four of Swords in reverse. So really make sure that like with the High Priestess, she teaches us how to manifest from holding that one ideal vision. And this is something we talked about at my new moon event. If we've got like a theme that's like continually becoming a pattern, or even say like a negative imprint or thoughts, I want you to pause, stop, feel your energy, and just ask yourself, what would I like instead? And then I want you to hold the frequency. So say, for example, if it's exhaustion around work, or it's like, finances or love, what vision would I be holding instead, where I'm feeling safe, calm, that everything is exactly the way that I would like it? So this is the energy that we have with this. And this is also looking at self-defeating thoughts too. And we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. So this is also about eliminating, I see you guys eliminating people that are draining time, resources, love, people that are there for self-serving fulfillment. You're eliminating them. You're seeing it from a much bigger place with this Hangman. Oh my gosh, I could go on and on for you guys. It feels like a huge month for you. I'm sending you a lot of love. Let me just get a Lemurian card for you. And again, if this is resonating and you want to go deeper, or you feel like this is your message to go deeper, head on over to solreta.com to book your one-on-one appointment with me. So the card that we have for you guys, this is perfect. This is, by the way, the Beyond Lemuria Oracle cards, and we have the card of surrender. So I just want you to feel and breathe into this card for a moment and just allow that energy. See that freedom? Look at all that emotion releasing from her head, from her heart, and being supported and held by the universe. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I love you guys, and please do go check out your sun, moon, and rising. Head on over to Solreta to book your one-on-one appointment. Okay.